Hey everybody, it is Tuesday, July 21st. It is right now 10:05 p.m. Today has been a full day of sickness and aggravation, stress, just a lot of things that has been going on. So as you guys know from the past two videos, I am in the hospital. I have been here since last Thursday. As today is Tuesday. I do not have any idea when I'm going home. So just documenting my journey as I usually do. So from the video before, I was mentioning that the doctors told me on Sunday when they was doing the testing that it was possibly between staph and MRSA. And then when they came back in my room a couple hours later, they directly confirmed that it was MRSA. So that's when I was doing my research, feeling frantic, call the rest of my family and let them know what was said. And then on yesterday, when my dad was here talking to the head physician in charge over my case, he said that it's not MRSA. So you guys kind of get my aggravation and frustration of doctors having so many variations of opinions. Nobody really know exactly what it is. And you thinking one thing is already a shock because either you know about it or you don't know about it and you're doing all kind of research. And the news that you're getting is frustrating because you're trying to figure things out as is told to you. And then you have to break the news to the family, even harder with that. So kind of find out it is something called, and this is of yesterday that I found out as today is Tuesday. It's called Staphylococcus longinidis, something like that. I'm going to put a link in the description box below so that you can go and Google it and research it for yourself to find out the information that you can read about to be informed. But yeah, so it's a type of staph infection that's in the staph family, but it's kind of on its own with that, and it's something even the doctors was baffled about because they said, to my dad and I yesterday, this is not something that they have heard of. It's something that's brand new, something that they've never treated before. So for the past few days, I have been on vancomycin. Vancomycin is like a widespread drug that could cover a myriad, multiple of infections. But they told my dad yesterday they was going to take me off of it, and which they did. But then a few hours later, they put me back on it. So they was going to put me on napacillin and just do the napacillin. And they did for a little bit. A couple hours later, the nurse came in and told me that they changed their mind and was going to put me on both. And I had 2 of those infusions last night. I had 3 of 2 of the infusions today. But now, as of about maybe 4 hours ago, they're now just doing strictly the napacillin. So, as I always say, a lot of changes. It's medication over there. You can see the nurse will be in here probably around 10:30, 11 o'clock, because then it's 10:09 now. So she'll probably be in here within the next 25 minutes and give me my other dose for tonight. Since that's the only one that I am doing. I do take my daily oral pills that I take every day. And I took that about maybe 45 minutes ago. So that's good for tonight. But yeah, I don't know what the ultrasound said yesterday I did the heart ultrasound. The infectious disease doctor came in today and said that I am going to do the esophageal, test where they put the scope down your throat to check out your heart. And they want to do that to rule out any complications of the infection in the blood that has spread to the heart. So they want to make sure and check that out. But that will be on tomorrow because cardiology was way overpacked today to have it done. Which they told me Monday it would have been today, but I'm not in a rush. So, hey, it's all fine with me. So that will be on tomorrow. All day today I have been NPO because the procedure was supposed to be early this morning. I didn't eat until 5:15 when the physician decided to say, okay, I'm going to let her eat. So around lunchtime, that was my first time eating anything all day. They did do the procedure, so the Porter cat is officially gone. It's gone. Patricia is gone. Now, I am able to get another one, but that would be outpatient. I did speak with my neurologist this morning, and I'm very relieved about that. And he did get to go ahead for me to get another one. But like I said, that would be outpatient. Just don't know when I'm going home. But the two things that he said is that the infection has to completely, clearly be out of my blood for about maybe a 2-week period for him to give the go ahead, which he already did, but to make sure that there's no reoccurrence or any small particles linking around, which I completely agree with, and not to put it on the same side as it's on the left side, put it on the right. So other than that, that would be fine. Probably tomorrow they're going to be coming in the room early morning hours. So, the hospital, you don't get rest. I do have the midline in, this is right here, but to do blood work, they're probably just going to do a lot of sticks. And even if it's, the IB team, which they say that they would be the ones to come and do it, since my veins are very difficult to access. Still, no matter what, I don't care if you're the top dog of the United States, it's still a hard battle to fight when your veins just go to war against you, and you've done everything to try to get it to work and stay hydrated and try to stay the way, but yet they keep falling apart. And that's the main thing that I want to avoid. But it's hard to try to avoid the inevitable when everyone is seeing like, well, it's not going to be forever, it's just going to be temporary. Yeah, well, for the temporary time, I'm back to this craziness because the breakouts, you feel like you're scraping against cement, they're digging, they're moving it. It's just too painful, and it really puts a lot of havoc on my hands that are already completely damaged from what the needles that has been the past 2 to 3 years once I was first started this journey back in 2016. So like I said, that's the only reason why we got the big line, had that for 6 months, and that was pulled only because it became infected. And now having this has been a saving grace. It would have been something that I would have thought about at first, knowing the pick line. But both of them, were amazing blessings that kept me from a lot of unnecessary sticks. And, Porter cats are meant to last a couple of years. That's a long time. But unfortunately, it became infected, so it had to be pulled. So I'm glad that the doctors, all of us, was on the same page to get that done. And it has been done a little while ago. The procedure was kind of rough because the surgeon that did it, he definitely put it in a position where it was deeply under the skin and closer to my shoulder blade. So the surgeon had to do a lot of cutting and digging to get in there. Yes, he did. They did it right here in the bedroom. In the hospital room. I did not have to be rolled to the OR. They just, detonated when they started cutting. It was dead, but I could still feel some movement of the knife, of the scalpel. So he did it again, and then that was fine. He did have to end up cutting some flesh around it, but he sewed that up because, like I said, it was buried under there. That's the way the surgeon put it in. And it was a lot of pressure to get it out. I'm a bleeder because of the normocytic anemia and being iron deficient, so he had to hold a lot of gauze on there, apply major pressure for about maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and then go back to cutting some of the surrounding tissue because, like I said, it was buried deep, and then you had skin growing over it. So it's sore. Yes, it is. It's just like it's a long cut. Not this. This is from when I first got it in. So you see that thing there. But that's about it. So they have the scar, and they sewed it up, and they put like the little. It felt like you're tying tennis shoes, like you're like a basket weaving in and out. So they did close it with sutures or yarn or whatever. I couldn't see what they were doing, and I did not want to see, But yeah, so it's gone, but I'm glad that in the future, not too far from now, I will be able to get another one because my neurologist did sign off for me to get another one, and I'm glad that he understands my position with my hands. I'm just not looking forward to the morning of tomorrow when they start drawing blood, and then that'll be for the duration that I'm here to finish these antibiotics and everything, and then also still waiting on two other blood test results, two blood cultures that they did between yesterday and today, I say between Sunday and Monday. Still waiting for that. Then they did one today, so don't know how long that could be. It could be discharged and then get a phone call, but like I said, just still waiting for information on that, and then we'll know where to go for that. But right now, I am no longer on vancomycin, just on the ampicillin. We'll be getting that probably within the next 25-30 minutes. Once the nurse come in here and administer it. My dad came yesterday and today. I will insert a picture because when the doctors first thought that it was MRSA and relayed the message on to me, any visitors, any doctors, nurses that came into the room, they had to put on the plastic aprons, and you had to discard it in the garbage can, and you was not allowed to walk down the hallway with it. Because you did not want it to spread through the hospital. And if you was, a nurse, a doctor, you're going to another patient's room, you don't want to expose them to another patient's health issues. So I was good with that. It really just felt weird. If I said that yesterday, then sorry, I'm repeating myself. But yeah, so, my dad, I had to get an excuse for him to go back to work. I don't know if he's going back to work tomorrow or Thursday. Only one person is allowed up here. My mom hasn't been feeling well, so she's been tired. So my dad, gave her a break and he took off. Ever came Saturday. The only reason he didn't come yesterday was because I told him, my dad, he wanted to come. So Ever, he was fine with that. And my dad wanted to be here for the procedure. He told Ever to go to work because Ever was going to take off. So I really just love and appreciate how my family just works with each other's schedule and how they work together as a unit to figure out, what's best for me and what's best for each other while I'm going through these situations, because it is hard, not just for the patient, the person with the illness, but it's hard on the whole family. Whether you have one or whether you have many, it is a lot because people have their livelihoods and jobs and everything else, and they have to maneuver and change a lot of things around my schedule. So I am definitely indebted and grateful and completely thankful from the bottom of my heart, from every area of my heart, to all my family. They are amazing and in every way. So I just finished eating some graham crackers and a sandwich because I still was feeling a little bit hungry because I was rushing to eat that was my first meal because the doctor had decided, okay, I can eat. And then once I started eating, then surgeons came in. So I didn't want to rush eating my food because I had been throwing up all morning. And that was not good. And also having a case of the runs running to the restroom. So, just finished eating about maybe 10 minutes ago. So around midnight, I would be NPO. So that's no more food, no water. It's probably wouldn't more than likely not give me my morning meds until after they finish the scope test to check the heart. Then I probably will be able to eat, but not before. So from tonight until whenever they come and get me, I will be NPO again. Hopefully it's not an all-day thing like 5 o'clock like it was today, because that was on the surgeons and they were swamped with a lot of surgeries back to back on the other day. So this is the time they came in about 2 hours ago, and I wanted my dad to stay, but then the nurse told him that he can go. And hospitals are always changing the rules because they say if a person has surgery, you can stay in the room with them overnight. But that's only like if a person is doing outpatient surgery or a person is just being admitted just to, observe, for one night, then the next day they're going home. But for me, as into being a total inpatient admitted into the hospital, then he could not stay. But he didn't argue with it. He went on home, and I talked to them about maybe an hour ago on video chat, but I will call them back and tell them all good night. So yeah, you guys, so that's just a quick update of what's been going on in my neck of the woods at this moment in time. But always, 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 always remember that you are bold, that you are strong, that you're a winner, that you are a warrior, that you are a survivor. You're better coming out the storm when you first went in the storm. Never give up and never ever surrender. And the name of the channel is changed. So it's the Rodriguez Road to Recovery. And a little small synopsis about that. The reason why I changed that was because I wanted my husband to feel more inclusive, even though you guys don't see him as much in the videos. When I make videos showing different things, sometimes it might not be about my chronic illness. Like that's been about Father's Day. It's been about my brother's birthday, my mom's birthday. It's more inclusive of, a widespread. So that's the reason for the name change. Much love, much peace. Walk in health and harmony with everyone. And talk to you guys again soon.